It's rounds. Introducing to you firstly in the red corner, wearing the gold trunks with brown trim. He comes from Warburton in Lancashire and weighs in at 10 stone, 6 pounds and 8 ounces. Tonight, engaging in his 27th contest, please welcome William Warburton. And his opponents across the ring in the blue corner, wearing the black trunks with gold trim. He fights out of Sunderland and weighs in at 10 stone, 7 pounds. He enters the ring with an undefeated record, 4 wins. 3 of those wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome Glenn Foot. Your timekeeper is Barry Pinder. Your referee at the bell is Howard Foster. This is 4 3-minute rounds.
Okay, lads, you both know the rules. Keep it clean, break straight away when told. Both you watch the heads. Good luck to you both. Touch gloves. Good luck, lads.
Seconds out, round 1.
A chance here to see exciting welterweight prospect Glenn Foot from Sunderland, unbeaten in 4, and 3 of those ended in the first round. This match made over 4 rounds at welterweight, and Foot is a fast starter. Rather unhelpfully, they're both in the black and gold, but Foot does have his name on the front and back of his shorts, and starting aggressively.
Yeah, well, Foot's a young man who wants to be exciting. He's only at the 4-round level, but he starts straight away. He looks for the knockout straight away. He's throwing big bombs already. And I think sooner or later they want to look for opponents who can stretch him for a few rounds. Don't know if Warburton can do that. He's looking a little bit overwhelmed at the moment.
William Warburton has lost his last 11. He's a journeyman. Normally goes the distance. And he tries to tie Foot up here.
Yeah, well, normally journeymen have a tight defence and they can slip and block punches. Warburton's pulling away from punches. He's offering a little bit of chin, pulling his head back high. So living dangerously if he wants to see the 4 rounds out here.
Warburton's only won 3 of his bouts. He's lost 21, drawn 2, but he's only been stopped twice. And in his last 11, as I say, he's not won any, but 8 of those guys were unbeaten. He's used to being match tough.
Yeah, well, Warburton probably knows that the best thing to do in the opening round is to frustrate the young prospect, getting his nerves a little bit. Obviously, Foot have sold some tickets, so he wants to look good. So if he can frustrate him, mess him around, but he's not really managing to do that.
Some good attacks here from Foot, switching between the body and the head. Perhaps a little bit wild, keen to impress. He sold a few tickets as he stalks his man.
Yeah, well, he's trying to work off the jab as he comes forward, Foot, so well, that's promising. Trying to think his way around, is setting a fair old pace, wasting some punches, but trying to be exciting again.
Okay, perhaps getting a little bit too close to work there, Foot, a little bit over-eager. Warburton a bit defensive, can't blame him. Perhaps waiting for Foot to slow down, whether he does or not over 4 rounds. That's something entirely different.
See, I just wish young fighters boxing at this level would use it as a learning experience. It's not a case of how quickly you can blast out these journeymen. It's about practicing things, show little feints, trying to find ways to get close without taking punches. I mean, just blasting people out in the opening round looks good on the record, but you're not learning. But that was a good opening round from him.
Sean Casey there in the corner with Glenn Foot. Dave Binns normally does the corner work, but his daughter's getting married today. So Sean Casey, who helps out, is deputising.
Do the volume, step over, backhand, when you get the backhand, toss it out downstairs, he doesn't like it, right? Comes to grab you, take a little step back, what you just been doing, go away.
And they're calling for more body shots.
Yep, he's been given some good advice in the corner. That's what I was just about to say. When you're facing the upward customers who are in survival mode, they can't pull the body away from the punches the same way the head can be done. So it's good policy to work the body, land some scoring punches, slow them down. But that was a decent opening round from him.
Joe Pennington in there with William Warburton.
Points 10-7. Seconds out. Round 2.
Second of 4 here at welterweight. Glenn Foote pressing forward straight away against journeyman William Warburton.
Starting with a jab head, and that's promising, because it's a cool head you need to, at this level and against this kind of opponent. Just keep a cool head, the openings will come.
That's right. Foote blew away 3 of his opponents in the first round. Probably learned more in his points decision over D. Mitchell than he did in those other 3 put together, where he was tested a bit. It won't do him any harm going a few rounds. Although Warburton very much in survival mode. His back's been against the ropes almost all the way through.
I mean, Foote does one or two things naturally, which looks quite good for the future. He leads with the right hand, it comes back with the left hook, finishes on the leading hand. I mean, these are good habits to evolve, if you like, as you go along. He leads now and again with the right hand, then straight back with the left hook.
He was actually a decent amateur, reached the ABA final, losing to Dudley O'Shaughnessy of West Ham. You'd say his style would be suited to the pros. Just again a little bit too wild there. Needs to be a little bit more cunning, I think, to set up those attacks.
Yeah, just as I'm saying, just practice things, but having said that, Warburton is even more awkward the way he's ducking and diving low. So, as I said earlier, a cool head really is needed here, just to draw Warburton into making some mistakes. You don't blast through. Well, he's going with a good left hook there.
Warburton just a 72-hour substitute. Victory for him will be surviving to hear the final bell. Good body shot from Foote, who follows up. I think Warburton felt that one. But again, the attack's a little bit wild, Jim.
Yeah, he is pinning Warburton in corners and along the ropes, which is good. But he's just a little bit over-eager, just has to cool down a little bit. Throw little feints, try to draw leads, to show the feint and make Warburton make the first move, then you know where he's going. Through with the right hand there.
Busy attack from Foote, but none of those landing clean. Warburton's braced for them. And there's a feeling that Foote might have to pace himself as he goes on in the rounds, although that was a decent right hand.
Yeah, that was right on the chin, the right hand. Warburton took that well.
Good second round there for Foote.
Keep there. Up.
Leave up, well, leave.
Warburton did fight for the central area welterweight title recently.
Footwork's all over. Yeah. He's lunging at it all the time. All you got to do is keep moving out all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, things are becoming increasingly awkward, I think, for Foote. He just has to calm down a little bit. Instead of looking for the knockout with every punch, he should concentrate on looking good and landing clean punches. But he seems to want to blast Warburton out with every punch. So just show a little bit of calmness in his boxing.
Too many punches.
Too many wild ones.
Yes.
Settle down.
Settle down.
That's too much.
Settle down, that says it all.
Seconds out. Round 3.
Round 3 here. Welterweight action. Glenn Foote, the unbeaten prospect from Sunderland, who's managed by Tony Jeffrey's father, Philip. He's had things pretty much his own way, maybe been a little bit wild but exciting against William Warburton, the journeyman from Atherton in Lancashire.
Yeah, well, Frank Hopkins in the corner summed up perfectly. He told them you're throwing too many punches, which is the case. He has to calm down. Well, these are the signs that Warburton may be struggling to cope with the pressure and the punches coming his way. Been Warford holding.
That's right, a little ticking off there from Howard Foster, the referee. Difficult to blame Warburton. He's not going to stop Foote in his tracks. He's never stopped any of his opponents. on the inside from Foot. Short shots, less wild than the head shots that are going in. It'll be exciting though, Jim, won't he?
Yep, he's going to sell some tickets. He's going to become an attraction. I mean, there's room for improvement, obviously. He's just a little bit too eager to please. His own corner are telling him he's throwing too many punches. He's going to have to learn to solve problems, not just blast his way through them. But this has taken him a few rounds already, so that's to the good. Warburton dropping his hands now as though he's feeling a little bit more comfortable in the fact that he can sway away from the punches. So maybe he's got himself past the halfway stage and beginning to fancy he can lash this one out.
But obviously very strong, or maybe a touch predictable in his attacks. He's not been hit too much himself, Phil, but it's hard to tell because Warburton's not really been on the attack himself.
No, he hasn't been allowed. He's been under the caution pretty much every second. He's doing a little bit better now. We're seeing a little bit of response from him now, which is heartening. But there's no way, obviously, he can turn this around. But signs are he can last the 4 rounds.
Well, it's only for the second time since the first round in his pro career. It started actually a year ago, last September. And Warburton is able to time those attacks of Foot.
See, that's the problem. I mean, you have to show little feints, force the other guy to make the first move. Show him a feint, see how he reacts to that, and there's a good chance he'll react the same way the next time you feint, so you can predict what he's going to do. But Foot is just blasting his way through, winning it clearly, but a blasting mission he's on.
Good job, buttoned up, mate. And you downstairs.
Yeah, good effort from Foot. I mean, he's keeping throwing the punches. He wants to excite the crowd, as we said earlier. I think there's a fair bit to work with. You know, he's a promising kid, but they just have to cool him down a bit.
If he comes to tie you up.
Leg pins.
Deep breaths, come on, mate.
Frank Hopkins there in the corner.
You've got some well then. You're
Still
wasting
seems
a few
fresh
shots, but
as we
you've
go
got some well.
into the last round.
Yeah, let's go.
Right, let's go.
Keep moving, don't get involved, yeah.
Don't get involved. The advice from Joe Pennington.
Seconds out, 4th and final round.
Final round here. Little 4-rounder at welterweight. Glenn Foot, the prospect from Sunderland, has come forward all night against William Warburton. He takes a slip there, and that kind of sums up how over-eager he has been throughout the fight to land the big shot. He'll be a little bit embarrassed about that. There's little doubt he's won every round.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to move in behind the jab now, Footwood. I mean, this is what you want to do. Work at a range, don't get too close to the journeyman type that the spoilers give them a chance to spoil. Work from full range, but don't lunge. Trying the jab now, that's better.
He bases himself a little bit on Ricky Hatton, but Ricky Hatton coming through used to step to the side a bit, didn't he, as he attacked, and find angles for his body shots. Foot is coming forward in straight lines a little bit.
Yeah, well, I mean, he obviously wants to be an aggressive fighter throughout his career, so I mean, Ricky Hatton, you couldn't pick out a better man to try to emulate, but he's a little bit short of that technique wise, but practice can bring perfection.
So what's the key, Jim? Is it good sparring in the gym? Is it tougher tests?
Yeah, but I think there's certainly something there to work with. He's just in too much of a hurry to get Warburton out of there. He's over anxious. Every punch is a hard punch, which you don't want young fighters to be doing. You concentrate on how to land the punches, then when you found a way to get them home cleanly, then you put the power in. But he's becoming too predictable, swinging on the way in. And Warburton really, although he's losing clearly, he's coping with everything that's happening.
This might be a valuable learning experience for Foot for that very reason. If he can't get Warburton out of there, maybe he'll think more a little bit about his attacks next time around.
And he's actually taking a few punches in the way in now, which again is because he's too intent in getting the finish. Just wants to tighten everything up and calm down a little bit. But no, we'll look forward to see how his career progresses. Certainly there's a bit of talent there.
I'm sure he'll be a little bit frustrated at having to go the distance for the second time in his fledgling career. If Warburton can survive the next 30 odd seconds.
Well, that was good. You know, he got the punches going on the way in, left himself a little bit of room to get them off. I tell you, Warburton's experience and tied him up at the end of the little burst, but that was a bit more like the thing. Leaving a little bit of space between himself and Warburton. That's it, trying to use the jab. Okay, not landing cleanly, but now he's doing the right things.
And Warburton knows how to survive. He's made a career out of it. Yep, Howard Foster gives it to Glenn Foote. No real surprises there. But Foote does have to go the distance for the second time in 5 professional fights. And William Warburton did his job perfectly there, frustrated the young prospect, taught him a few tricks and survived for another payday.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of boxing, your referee Howard Foster scores the contest 40 points to 36 in favour of your winner from Sunderland and still undefeated, Glenn Foote.